So yeah, today we have water in abundance, but that hasn't always been the case. So let me take you through how we got here. So guys, my name is Paddy and I welcome you to our farm channel. So I've stated severally that if you want to go into agribusiness, never compromise on the quality of land you begin with. So in the best case, you get yourself a land that is close to a water source just like this. You would have about 70% of all your potential production problems solved. But this is our field, guys, with no clear water source in sight. So obviously, having a good water source for our production has been a big challenge. So how did we solve the problem? So we initially contracted some local men to provide us with hand dug wells, and I'll show you how they turn out. This is exactly how they turn out. They were so shallow and could not provide enough water, and we did 3 of these, so you can imagine how much money and resources we wasted. So for some time we relied on this small stream here and the small water we could get from the wells, but it was still not sufficient, so we just gave up and decided to go in for the big shot. Because to have an effective irrigation system and good water for your livestock, you can't rely on those crimpy boreholes we got. So at this point, we knew it was time to throw in our towels and call in the experts. And you know, these guys are professionals in what they do, so they come in fully prepared to give you a clean job. So before they bring this big truck that contains the drilling rig, they come to your site and conduct what they call the geophysical survey. So this is simply a scan of the ground, which is an attempt to find the breaks and fractures underground that might contain water. So when they are satisfied with the scan, so they go ahead and do the drilling. So from their operation, they use the hydraulic pump, which spins down the ground, and as it does, they apply a hammering pressure that makes the cut through the rocks or the ground a lot easier and faster. So a very prominent component of the drill is the rotary drill bit, and this is how it looks like. If you look at this bit, you can see that it has holes in it. So as the drill head spins and it cuts through the soil, the holes in the bit head shoots up water and compressed air. So this wonderful bit is also designed to remove the mud that is produced by the drilling, to always create a free space down there for further and deep cutting, as you can see here. So the drilling continues as much as necessary, and there is always a clear sign when they are getting close to the water, because you realize that the mud is becoming a bit watery until they actually touch the bedrock that contains water, and you see big explosion of water gush out from the ground to the surface. It's like this. So this is how the drilled borehole looks like right after the drilling. So at this point, they do what they call casings. So with the casing, they use those blue tubes that you could see lying on the floor. So what they do here basically is that they put in the tubes into the borehole to stabilize the hole, to prevent the sides of the well or the drilled hole from collapsing. So after the casing, then they come to the ceiling. So now if you see the drilled hole, you realize that even after the casing, after they put in the blue tubes, there would still be some gaps left in between the drilled hole and the casing. So here they put in what looks like the cement that you see them pour into the borehole. So they have to put in these cements to seal the extra gap, to prevent any foreign material like surface water or substance from flowing down the drill hole into the bedrocks to contaminate the source of water. So what they use here, what you can see them pour into the borehole, is called bentonite clay. So they simply pour this into the extra gap and add water, so it hardens up and then seals the extra gap to prevent anything from seeping down the bedrocks. So that is it, guys. The drilling process is quite simple. It's not as complicated as I even thought it would be. So after here, they put the submersible pump into the well, which could be a solar pump or an electric powered pump, but they couldn't do that today. So after they put the pump, we have to build like a tank to store the water directly from the well here and distribute it to the farm. Yeah, so I'll make another video on our pump and tank installations and how the distribution is done throughout the farm to update you. Please, if it's your first time here, kindly subscribe, share, like, just support the channel and get our updates. Thank you very much.